Hello, Knight here. Welcome to episode 2 of Empire Total War, playing the Great Britain campaign using the Darthmod mod. Those of you who saw episode 1 will realise that we've now got a naval battle going on in the Caribbean, and there's also a battle going to occur around Philadelphia. So let's kick off with the naval battle. Luckily we've only got a race-built galleon to deal with. I'm playing the game on campaign map very hard, so the AI will be hopefully up to scratch, and I'm playing battles on very hard as well. Let's see if we can sort out Johnny Depp. So we can get rid of the Pirates of the Caribbean before they make another film. Don't anticipate too many problems, we've got quite a few ships. I'm going to divide the ships up into 2 lines. Try and concentrate the fire on the ship between the 2 lines. Right, luckily we've got the weather gauge this time, which means we should control the battle. Right, okay. Got the Jersey Brig, Dunkirk Sloop, Dorsetshire, Flying Dutchman, the Insurgent, and the Dryad. And this is the Estrella Oscura, race-built galleon. Quite fast and powerful galleons. Going to speed this up so that we get a bit closer to the ships. He's obviously beating against the wind, so he's having trouble coming towards us. Okay, let's take it back to normal play. He's fully repaired the ship, it's got no damage at all, so it's going to be quite a tough nut. Let's have a look. Get a bit closer so we can get nice close broadsides. We'll have to turn very quickly once we're past him, otherwise he'll get away from us. The Darthmod that I'm using, I've disabled grenades, there's no forts, artillery is at normal strength, and development of science is at normal pace. Right, let's see, let's concentrate on this ship battle now. Wow, that's quite a broadside. Just cut across his stern. Come on lads, sort yourself out. Let's try and box him in. Yeah, he's starting to go. Let's continue because I want to capture this ship. My aim with the ships is to try and capture as many as possible and build up a trade fleet. Though whether I get rid of the Pirates of the Caribbean first, or... There's a tendency, if you stick a trade fleet off somewhere, the pirates suddenly turn up. The AA seems to have sixth sense and know exactly where you've put a ship. Let's add this to my fleet. And let's speed this up a bit. And I think we'll send one ship in here to collect this army. And we're going to move this up to Georgia. The idea is to form an army to attack the Cherokee eventually. So let's move this army up here, just over here. There we go. Should be some Hessian infantry in there as well now. So we've got those 4 colonial line infantry, and I think we're building, yeah, Hessian. Let's move this ship back. So Nassau is really my main port in the West Indies at the moment. I don't think... oh, he does want some repair. Must be only minor repair, and these ships here I'm going to repair. And I'm going to rename the Escura. There can only be one name for this ship. Yes, the Black Pearl. Okay, and let's repair all these ships. That wasn't too expensive. Okay, now we've got a battle up here in the north, which is where the Iroquois are causing us problems. They're besieging. 1 turn till surrender, so we need to attack them this go. Right, okay. We outnumber them by a lot, actually. There's even quite a good army with the Protectorate, the Colonial Protectorate. So let's go for an attack. First land battle of the campaign. I'm looking forward to see how the 13 colonies troops all behave. What I may do is simply use my artillery to back up the 13 colonies and see whether they can handle the Iroquois. I don't really want to take any losses unless I have to. bit misty. Right, let's have a look, see. So that's... In battles I normally place my artillery first and then put the infantry and the cavalry around them. Normally it's straightforward: cavalry on the wings, infantry in the middle. Okay, there's not really any hills I can put my artillery on at the moment. It's remarkably flat. Although I don't know, this is not bad over here. I think I'll set them up over here. The range of the artillery is really immense, so it's not bad actually. I'm going to set them up here. I'm going to stick my general in command here. I'm going to put my pikemen as a holding force in front. I'm going to put Hawkeye sharpshooters over here in some cover. I'm going to put a militia all together. And our line infantry, which is really the elite of the army. I'm going to put them over here. They'll be the unit that will swing round and take people in the flank. Now the cavalry, I would normally put them in, divide them in two and put some on each wing, but today I'm going to put all the cavalry over here. Hopefully the 13 colonies will pin the Iroquois army. I can use the cavalry to go in and break them if it looks as if the 13 colonies can't manage it. Right, so let's kick off. Now where on earth are the Iroquois? Ah, there they are. Artillery's firing already. Let's try and target the chief. I'm going to move my cavalry over to support. Yeah, here come the 13 colonies. So I'm going to swing my cavalry round behind these forces. I'm going to move my elite line infantry around. These buildings are not helping. Let's bring them round. I'm just going to slowly march them around. I think probably the 13 colonies can manage these people, but we'll have to see. I'm going to move my pikemen around in case we have a situation where they try to attack the artillery. Let's take them out of pike wall formation. And I'm going to move the militia around slightly, form a reserve line. Oh, they are coming over actually. Surprised. Let's target these. There's a slight incline here, so they're out of range of the artillery. So we can see where my cavalry are. Let's bring them over a bit closer over here. Let's bring my line infantry over. It looks as if the 13 colonies are going to be doing most of the fighting here. Okay, they're charging straight in. Hessian foot. Well, they're quite good troops. I think maybe I should retarget my artillery. I don't want to hit my ally. Let's hit Chief's bodyguard over here. The AI still seems to have a tendency, even with Darthmod, to just crash its cavalry straight into you. I mean, this unit is not going to last that long. As you can see, they're almost completely surrounded. And there's just more and more of the 13 colonies troops turning up. Let's have a look and see what my artillery are doing over here. Oh, I'm just out of range. Let's see if we can get some bouncing balls over to them. The 1st Nassau Regiment of Colonial Dragoons. Let's bring these cavalry over here into the woodland. And let's support here. I'm going to swing the cavalry around a bit further. When they clear the town, they'll be able to deploy a bit better. They're not good in towns, cavalry. They really need open ground to get a good charge going. And they're most effective charging in and charging out. If they melee, they tend to not do too well against infantry. Militia are fine, but if you're dealing with line infantry, or some of the melee troops that the Indians have got, you're in real trouble. They're very strong. There must be some more units of bowmen around. There they are. They're all clustering around the chief as if they want to hide. Wow, there's a lot of them. And they're coming towards me. Go towards the 13 colonies. Where are my infantry? Yeah, I'm really going to need to lend a hand, I think, here. Let's bring the cavalry round a bit further. I can flank these bowmen. Yeah, the bowmen I'm going to charge. They're quite weak in terms of melee fighting. And once my ally has got these units pinned, I'll swing the cavalry round and just ram into the back of them. Let's move this unit over here. See if we can take out the general. How's my ally doing? Losing slightly. That's the end of the chief's bodyguard, and then he's got more units coming over, so I don't need to get too involved. There's no need to panic and get involved so quickly. But the bowmen I can certainly take out. Let's send one unit over here to help. I don't want the bowmen starting to fire at me because they're quite effective. Let's ram in the back of these warriors. And I really should turn my artillery off, I think. I'm going to mount them up now because they're going to cause a problem. There's a danger of charging your cavalry all over the place and getting them exhausted, and they're most effective when their cavalry are charging and stopping and pausing and then charging again. I don't want to be chasing all over the place after people. This is going very well. I think we outnumbered them by quite a few thousand. So we've got these bowmen. How are we doing over on the flank? Only militia here. They might need a hand actually. Only local farm boys. I think I need to send in a proper regiment. Let's take them out before they start causing casualties. What are we doing here? Bowmen. Yeah, I think their melee is quite weak. Where's that general gone? Ah, time for this one to get involved. I really don't want many of these units to escape, to be honest. Let's take them out actually. Let's go over here and help. So it looks as if they're in trouble, those militia. The militia are only really for local defence, to be honest. They're not up to a full battle. I'm going to withdraw these units and then charge again. In fact, I think I'll just countercharge these bowmen. And then countercharge here. The charge harnesses will take out a lot of troops. It's the melee afterwards where the cavalry really suffer. Okay, so how are the lads doing here? Let's have a closer look. Yeah, everything's going fine. I just got to watch out for friendly fire now. The AI can commit friendly fire just as much as I can, so I've got to be quite careful I don't lose units unnecessarily. Yeah, they went in decisively, so just as well I sent these cavalry over. That's going to withdraw that one and then bring it in again. I'll leave the yeomanry in there to pin them. Right, bring the general's bodyguard out. Bring him out. Oh, enemy general killed. That should cause a morale problem for them. Let's bring that unit in. Yeah, they're doing very well actually against these militia. I need to try and save as many of them as I can. Yeah, he's going. One more counter charge should do it. We're doing one. I haven't lost many cavalry, which is good. Let's see if we can get some of these routing units. Let's get rid of this chief's bodyguard. And we're going to chase after those 17 bowmen. How many of those poor old lads are left? 108, they've lost 300 troops. This is not a good idea, fighting American warriors with cavalry in a melee, but they're going now. So we need to... No, let's continue and run these down. I want to try and eliminate this army if I can. Who's firing? Not firing at me, are they? No, stop firing! Blooming Rangers, I'm in range of them as well. They're very close to the boundary, so we may be able to get some of them before they go though. Okay, General's bodyguard, we're not going to catch them. Right, those 17 units. I think he's just walking over actually. Let's try and speed him up. Right, well done 13 colonies. Very good. I wonder what your losses were. Quite a few militia I think. I think your main units were fine. Let's have a look. Firelock, citizenry, pikemen. Yeah, he's lost a few. I don't know whether we're going to catch these bowmen. Run, bowmen! Let's have a look. Yeah, I think we will actually. Let's speed up. Let's draw the carnage to a close. Look at those. Ooh, 89. They're shattered. I'll never catch them. There we go. Right. Obviously my cavalry and artillery are mainly involved in that battle. So I have to replenish those. Okay. So... wow, we lost quite a few troops actually. Obviously that'll include the Allied troops. So we've got 7,000, he's only got 298 remaining. We killed 14, nearly 1,500 troops. Well, that was good. 236 they killed. Yeah. So not much chance to get any experience really, but we certainly dealt a blow to the Iroquois. There he goes. Off into the wilderness. Right, let's replenish these units. And I think that That's it in the North American colonies. I don't want the United States to appear at any stage if I can avoid it. I know some of you may be wanting them to appear, but I should be able to stop that if we can attack the Cherokee nations, because they become very expansionist later on if you leave them too long. Okay. So Philadelphia is saved. No raping and pillaging for the Iroquois in Philadelphia. He's actually suffered, I think. It's a pity you can't see your allies' losses. But anyway, they did well, they did well. So down here we've got a fleet replenishing. We should be building some more units down here. And I think we are building the Hessian unit up here. First Hessian infantry. And we're going to move the fleet. Going to replenish this fleet, which we're doing. I'm actually going to move that ship there back up to here. Right, let's have a look at what's happening in Europe. Okay, we've built one unit, 35 foot. We've now got our ships. We're going to build another. Oh, we can't actually, we don't have enough money. We're going to build a 5th rate. How are we doing for cash? Not so well, I think. Oh no, 4.5, 1.5, that's fine. Okay, there's not much else I can really do in Europe at the moment. Let's have a look at India. Actually, what I'm going to do, I'm going to save that money, build some more sepoys in Calcutta. So I'm quite worried that the French, yeah, we need some more troops. Quite worried that the French are going to attack us very soon. So I'll build a couple of units of East India Company infantry. These are very good, they're almost up to European standards. Yeah, their defence and their charge and morale are really just like line infantry. Okay, don't think there's very much more. We'll have a quick scan around on the diplomatic side. So the Austrians don't like us, that's because we didn't go to war against Prussia. But they'll come to love us in the end, well, I know that. It's the alliance broken, they don't really like that at all. That's an 80 penalty. Right, France is actually one of the problems that we're going to face fairly soon, and the Spanish may be a bit later, but they're already at war with quite a few countries: Cherokees, Pirates, United Provinces, Barbary States and the Plains Nations. Okay, right, let's end turn. The end turn speeds by now because we're not actually doing any observing the AI. Okay, not yet, not yet. Maybe soon. I'll have to choose one of the two of the big superpowers in India, but I really want to make sure I'm on the right side, on the winning side in India. It's almost like the more coy you become with the two of them, the more they'll offer you alliances. Mughal Empire and Maratha Confederacy. Right, okay. Square, that's excellent. So let's have a look at our technology. Yeah, Oxford is online now, so we're actually going to do bayonet drill, ring bayonet in Cambridge. In Oxford we're going to get naval shore facilities. 10, that's quite a long time actually, but still it's worth it, definitely. We'll concentrate on philosophy and industrial technology later, once we've hit some of the crucial technological advantages that give you advantages in battle. Okay, let's maybe go for Cayuga first and then walk down past the lakes here, Erie and Ontario, I mean, and Erie, and then into their final territory, hopefully, if they haven't done any swaps with some European countries and home countries in India or something weird. Right, let's go for it. I don't think they're going to be attacking 13 colonies again. I think that the Battle of Philadelphia really made them quite wary. They don't seem to have that many troops yet either, because they can kind of spam quite a lot of troops at some stages. These are not fantastic armies at all, and I might be able to hit them really quickly in a kind of like blitzkrieg and get them out of the way, because I'm worried that we're going to end up fighting the French and the Iroquois at the same time. Right, so I think we're going to need a general here at some stage. There we go. And let's move some of the units up from here. I shall be producing a trade fleet at some stage, but basically the problem I seem to have is that if you build a trade fleet too early and the pirates are around, they always seem to sink it without fail. So you're basically in a bit of a problem. Do you go for trade or not? Alright, so let's see what's blocked us. Ah, see, pirate ship. I don't think he's going to come out and attack us though. Fleet's too strong. And I think I had... Let's dump the army in Grand Bahamas, Port of Grand Bahamas, and we're going to move out the fleet. Now we may attack that pirate ship. If we can do that, gain another ship for our trade fleet, as it eventually will become, that's all to be money for the future.
Put to sea.
We're very lucky so far. The Cherokees haven't attacked us, and we've got I'm quite happy with that. We've got quite a reasonable army there. Right, now do we go for this pirate ship? It's only on its own. What's my movement like? Can I get back to Jamaica afterwards if I'm deplenished? Yes, let's go for this ship. Ah, we might be able to get ourselves another race-built galleon. I suppose in a way, the longer I keep the pirates going, the more ships I'm going to have. That's one way to look at it. Once again, I'm going to divide ships into two lines astern, and we'll come either side on port and starboard of the ship. The trouble is this time I've got the wind against me, so I'm going to separate my units quite a way, because the other guy will have much more manoeuvrability. So I want to be wider apart so that I can actually make sure I get between whatever antics he plays at. If he comes to the left or right of me, I want to make sure I get my ships either side of him. So I've got 6 ships attacking him rather than 3 on one side. Let's speed up. What do the race-built galleons look like? The Black Pearl. Oh, they're quite pretty. Nice looking ships. They look a bit like the flute, the Dutch flute. Okay, pretty. This is going to be quite slow because we're actually heading directly into the wind, and that means our manoeuvrability when we get close into him is going to be very low. But as soon as we swing around his stern, we'll have the wind in our sails behind, so we'll be able to catch up with him very quickly. And again, I should try and box him. I should try to put a couple of ships from the end of my lines across in front of him. I'll basically employ the similar tactics all the time, because these are the kind of things that Nelson did all the time. He basically steered straight for the other ship and put it alongside, and trusted to the courage of his men. Ah, it's swinging about. Let's make sure we get these ships a bit closer. I'm going to take a few hits now. Here we go. Can't be helped. Although that was quite wild. I don't think that did much damage. He's actually swinging about. But it's going to be quite a while before I can actually bring a broadside to bear on him. Let's speed up again. I'm just going to have to take some of these hits. Let's spin around. At least I can get something back at him. We're extreme range, so the damage is going to be quite limited. Yeah, he's not really hitting us very closely at all. You've got to be fairly close in to do real damage. And I think I said in the last naval battle, these units now under Darthmod, they can take so much punishment. Much more than under the vanilla game. Let's swing about and give him a broadside again. Yeah, he's really not hitting me at all, to be honest. I think they've all been at the rum. Right, let's swing that ship across in front of him. Let's... For some reason this unit seems to be not swinging round. Let's bring these units round. And the aim of this unit is to be round here in front. Let's have a look. Swing about. Let's see if we can dismast him. That will slow him up if we can dismast him. He's under full sail coming towards us. Starting to take a few hits now. Now he's getting closer to us. I'm going to give him a broadside actually, rather than try and dismast him. Come on lads, come around this way. These ships will now have the winds in their sail, so they'll be able to keep up with him. Yeah, see, I'm basically fighting one ship with 3 ships. So I need to bring these lads over as quickly as possible. Let's get the wind in our sails. And these 3 will be able to give him a broadside. He's not really doing very much damage to my ships at all. I've lost 1 gun and 1 man. He's a bit unlucky, the guy who caught one of the cannonballs, because the firing is actually quite wild. They're saying that, I don't seem to have done very much damage to his ship. With the smaller ships they can move so quickly, often it becomes a kind of a chase. The larger ships, it's often quite easy to actually engage them, simply because they're not moving about so much. It just becomes a matter of pounding. Oh, that was a good broadside. That was very good broadside. I was still trying to dismast the guy. Don't seem to be having much effect on his sails. Let's move this ship around, because we seem to be losing him now again. That's bad, because I'm going to show the stern of this ship to him, and this one. Oh, that's he's fired, so perhaps we can get round quickly before he can reload. Yes, taking cannonballs up the stern is not a good idea. As you can imagine, it affects the morale of the crew quite badly. Let's get in really close and see if we can do some damage, because we're just not causing enough damage to this guy. His sails have gone down a bit, not very much, so his manoeuvrability is being hit. We can get round the stern and put some through. Basically shoot from stem to stern, and that will cause a lot of damage. Yeah, he's in trouble now. Let's swing this ship round. Yeah, you've really got to close, to be honest, in these naval battles. You've got to be basically brave and go in close to do the damage. Quite happy with that, actually. Doing quite a lot more damage, although both of his bands are in the green. He doesn't seem to have lost that many men. 77 men. Boarding is a possibility. If I can get something quite close and use grape shot on him, that might reduce some of his men. Yeah, we're doing some damage now. Yeah, he's starting to suffer. One of the other problems in these naval battles is I seem to always be firing across my own ships. It becomes so complicated, some of the manoeuvring. I'm keeping some ships fairly a long way away, because if he decides to take tail and run, if he's got the wind behind him, I'm not going to catch him, and I really want to capture this ship. I want to force him to surrender. It's a nicely balanced thing, really. You don't want to do too much damage, but at the same time you want to do enough to cause him to... There, he's starting to go now, so he's going to start making a run for it. So we're going to... Sloops are very fast. Let's get these sloops after him. Yeah, let's continue, because I really want to capture him. Oh, any moment now I think he's going to go. Naval battles, I really want to capture as many ships as possible. That should really be your aim. Capture ships. You don't want to be buying ships or constructing them. Use the ships that other people are building, basically. Let them build them and then capture them, repair them, rename them. It's what the British Navy did anyway. Many of the ships at Trafalgar were actually French built. They were ships that had been captured, renamed, recrewed, regunned in some cases, with heavier guns. Let's keep going, lads, because he's going to be away soon. Let's do some more damage or he's going to stop routing. This sloop should be able to follow him. He's still firing, actually, is he? I don't know. That's very good. I've suffered minimal damage to my own ships and gained another race-built galleon. Let's cut across his stem and then we'll give him another broadside. That should really finish him off. Then it'll be off to the dock at Jamaica, hang all the pirates, recrew the ship. Oof, that will definitely have hurt. Yep, there we go. Hopefully that's another ship to add to my fleet. Yep, there we go. Bye bye. And we're gonna try and move these ships. Oh, I can't get back, can I? Let's have a look. Oh dear. Nope, I can't. Well, in that case, what we're going to do, we're going to block this ship coming out, and hopefully the Spanish will force this ship out, and that'll be another ship we can gain. That's fine. Let's have a look at the information bubbles. More units. Jamaica, Bengal, in Georgia. Right. Let's have a look at Jamaica. Public order's fine. Let's recruit a couple of more line infantry. Actually, can I recruit any cannons yet? Nassau? Not yet. I think it might be another turn. Oh gosh, another 3 turns. Once I've got that, I'll be able to get some 12-pounders. Yeah. Okay. Let's move this ship back to protect the port. This is mainly to prevent ships coming in and doing damage and then disappearing. It's just so annoying having to repair fleets all the time. Okay. So we did quite well here actually. We've still got quite a lot of cavalry. Okay. Let's have a look if we can do anything in the UK, in Great Britain. I'm going to recruit a line infantry. I'll maybe wait till we get some 12-pounders. Okay, now things are progressing okay in India. That looks like a governor's, so he's going to get quite good quality troops there. Looks like a military governor's building. So he's going to have colonial line infantry, I think, against East India Company. Well, I've got nothing to fear there. Right, construction report. New Royal Heir. Ah. Let's have a look. George, another George. So we've got Frederick, William, Amelia, George and Victoria. During the down phase between games, I will actually be renaming all of the units that I've recruited over the last couple of games. And also hopefully people will be viewing and subscribing and obviously giving me thumbs up if they like the game. I'm really doing this for my pleasure and your pleasure as well, so if there's things you don't like, please do thumbs down, but by all means comment, and then hopefully I can react positively and we can change things around and make it more enjoyable for you. So we're going to call it a day there, and hopefully there'll be another episode out very shortly, and see you soon. Bye.